The upgrade illusion. Why you feel poor with a $100,000 salary. Picture this. Sarah just got the promotion she's been chasing for 3 years. Her salary jumped from $65,000 to $105,000 overnight. She called her parents, celebrated with friends, and felt like she'd finally made it. Fast forward 6 months. Sarah is sitting at her kitchen table at 2 a.m., staring at her bank account. Despite making nearly double what some of her friends earn, she has less money saved than she did a year ago. Her credit card balance has tripled, and for the first time in her adult life, she's genuinely worried about money. How is this possible? Sarah isn't financially irresponsible. She isn't gambling or shopping recklessly. She's fallen victim to something far more insidious, something that's quietly destroying the financial security of millions of high earners across America. The upgrade illusion. And if you're making 6 figures but still feel broke, you're not alone. In fact, you're part of a growing epidemic that nobody wants to talk about. Before we dive into why this happens and how to escape it, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here at Real Nomics, we cut through the BS and give you the real economics of everyday life. Now, let's expose the trap that's keeping you poor, even with a 6-figure salary. The math that doesn't add up. Let's start with a truth bomb that's going to make some people uncomfortable. Making $100,000 doesn't mean you're rich. In fact, in many major cities, it barely means you're comfortable. Here's the brutal reality. After federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare, that $100,000 shrinks to roughly $70,000 to $75,000, depending on where you live. That's $5,800 to $6,250 per month in take-home pay. Now, let's add the essentials. In a city like San Francisco, New York, or Los Angeles, a modest one-bedroom apartment will cost you $2,500 to $3,500 per month. We're already at half your income gone, just for a roof over your head. Add a car payment, insurance, student loans, groceries, utilities, and basic healthcare costs, and you're looking at another $1,500 to $2,000 minimum. We haven't even touched entertainment, savings, or emergencies. Suddenly, that 6-figure salary looks a lot less impressive, doesn't it? But here's where it gets interesting. The real problem isn't the math. It's the psychology. The upgrade illusion explained. The upgrade illusion is a psychological trap that activates the moment your income increases. It whispers a simple, seductive lie. You deserve better now. And technically, it's not wrong. You worked hard for that promotion. You earned that raise. Why shouldn't you enjoy it? So you upgrade. You move from a studio apartment to a one-bedroom. Seems reasonable, right? That's an extra $500 to $800 per month. Your old car has 150,000 miles on it. With your new salary, you can finally afford something reliable. You lease a nicer vehicle. There's another $450 per month. You've been wearing the same clothes for years. Time to invest in a professional wardrobe. A few trips to Nordstrom later, you've spent $2,000. You start ordering delivery instead of meal prepping because your time is valuable now. That's $15 to $25 per meal, multiple times a week. You upgrade your gym membership, your streaming subscriptions, your phone plan, your coffee routine. Each upgrade seems small, insignificant even, but they compound. Within 6 months, your lifestyle costs have inflated to match your income. You're running on the same financial treadmill you were on before, just at a higher speed. This is the illusion, the feeling of progress without any actual financial advancement. Your peer group is keeping you poor. Here's the first controversial point, and this one's going to sting. When you earn $40,000, you hang out with people who earn $35,000 to $50,000. You go to affordable restaurants. You have game nights at home. You take budget vacations. Your lifestyle naturally aligns with your income bracket. But when you start earning $100,000, something shifts. You're now in rooms with people who make $150,000, $200,000, or more. And here's the trap. You unconsciously start matching their spending patterns, not their income. They suggest a weekend in Miami. It's only $1,200 per person. Everyone's going, and you don't want to be left out. They're investing in a $3,000 executive coaching program. Maybe you should too. They all drive German cars, wear designer watches, and dine at restaurants where appetizers cost $28. Slowly, imperceptibly, you adjust your baseline. Social comparison isn't just influencing your happiness anymore. It's dictating your budget. And here's the truth nobody wants to hear. Those friends might be just as broke as you are. They're just better at hiding it behind financed luxury and maxed out credit cards. The appearance of wealth has never been easier to fake. It's never been more expensive to maintain. The hidden costs of making it. There's another layer to this that almost nobody discusses. The hidden costs that come with higher income. When you make more money, the world expects more from you and charges you more too. You're expected to contribute more to office birthday funds, wedding gifts, and charity drives. Where you used to give $20, you're now expected to give $50 or $100. Your family suddenly has emergencies that require your financial help. After all, you're doing well now. You're invited to more expensive events, destination weddings, bachelor parties in Vegas, charity galas. Each one comes with a price tag that would have been unthinkable at your old salary. Your professional network expects you to invest in yourself. That means conferences, certifications, networking dinners, and maintaining a certain image. And then there's the expectation creep at work itself. You're in a higher tax bracket, so you're paying a higher percentage on every additional dollar you earn. Work one Saturday for overtime, the government takes 30 to 35% right off the top. This is the cruel irony of the upgrade illusion. The more you make, the more expensive it becomes to maintain the lifestyle that's expected of you. The system is designed to keep you broke, even at six figures. Here's the second controversial point. Think about it. Every industry has perfectly calibrated their pricing to extract maximum value from each income bracket. There are $30,000 cars for people making $40,000. There are $60,000 cars for people making $100,000. There are $150,000 cars for people making $300,000. There are apartments at every price point, restaurants at every tier, vacation packages for every salary level. The entire consumer economy is structured to expand and fill whatever income space you have available. Credit card companies, car dealerships, real estate agents, they all have sophisticated data on exactly how much debt you can handle at your income level. And here's the really uncomfortable part. Our culture celebrates this. We call it lifestyle inflation, like it's a natural, inevitable part of success. We've normalized the idea that making more money means spending more money. But here's what they don't tell you. Wealth isn't built by earning more. It's built by keeping more. The difference between someone making $100,000 who feels broke and someone making $100,000 who's building wealth isn't income. It's the gap between earnings and spending. The psychological trap. Let's talk about why this is so hard to resist. The upgrade illusion exploits a fundamental quirk of human psychology called the hedonic treadmill. Research shows that we adapt to positive changes in our circumstances remarkably quickly. That promotion that felt life-changing in month 1 becomes your baseline by month 6. Your brain literally recalibrates what normal feels like. That bigger apartment? Normal after a few weeks. That nicer car? You stop noticing it after a month. Those fancy dinners? They become expected, not special. But here's where it gets insidious. While you adapt to the upgrades quickly, you don't adapt to downgrades nearly as easily. Psychologists call this loss aversion. The pain of giving something up is roughly twice as intense as the pleasure of gaining it. This creates a ratchet effect. Each upgrade becomes your new baseline, and going backwards feels psychologically devastating. Even if rationally you know it would improve your financial position. You're trapped in a lifestyle you can barely afford, unable to downgrade without feeling like a failure. And there's another layer, the sunk cost fallacy. You've already signed the lease, bought the car, committed to the lifestyle. Changing course now feels like admitting you made a mistake. So you double down, hoping your income will eventually catch up to your spending. It rarely does. Your six-figure salary might be the worst thing that ever happened to your wealth-building potential. Final controversial truth. Stay with me here. When you made $45,000, you knew you had to be careful. You budgeted. You hunted for deals. You made your coffee at home. You had financial discipline because you had no choice. But at $100,000, you feel rich enough to stop worrying about small purchases, but you're not actually rich enough to afford the lifestyle you think you should have. You're in the danger zone. You have just enough money to make bad financial decisions, but not enough money to absorb the consequences. Meanwhile, the person who stayed at $60,000 but maintained their $40,000 lifestyle, they're investing $20,000 per year. In 10 years, with market returns, they'll have over $300,000 in wealth. You, making $100,000 but spending $95,000? You'll have debt and stress. The uncomfortable reality is that your salary doesn't determine your wealth. Your savings rate does. And here's the paradox. It's often easier to save 30% of a $50,000 salary than 10% of a $100,000 salary, simply because the lifestyle expectations are different. Breaking free. So how do you escape the upgrade illusion? First, you have to acknowledge you're in it. If you're making six figures and feel financially stressed, you're not bad with money. You're human. You fell for a trap that's specifically designed to catch people like you. Second, implement the 1-year rule. When you get a raise, don't touch the extra income for 1 full year. Let it accumulate in a separate account. This breaks the automatic upgrade cycle and lets you see how much additional wealth you could actually be building. Third, audit your lifestyle inflation ruthlessly. Go through your bank statements from before your last raise. What changed? Which upgrades actually improved your life? And which ones you barely notice anymore? Cut the ones that don't matter. Fourth, and this is critical, choose your peer group carefully. Spend time with people who share your financial values, not your income bracket. The millionaire next door doesn't look like a millionaire. They drive a used Toyota and live in a modest house. Find those people. Fifth, automate your savings before you can spend. The moment your paycheck hits, 20 to 30% should automatically transfer to investments. You can't upgrade a lifestyle with money you never see. Finally, redefine what making it means to you. Is it a fancy car and a luxury apartment? Or is it freedom, security, and options? Because I promise you, the lawyer making $200,000 but spending $195,000 has far less freedom than the teacher making $55,000 and saving $15,000 per year. One has a gilded cage. The other has options. The upgrade illusion is powerful because it feels like progress. You're earning more, living better, moving up in the world. But if your net worth isn't growing, you're not progressing. You're just running faster on the same treadmill. Sarah, the woman from our opening story, she eventually figured it out. She moved back to a smaller apartment, sold the lease car, and bought a reliable used one. Started meal prepping again. Within a year, she had $30,000 in savings and had paid off her credit cards. Her lifestyle looked less impressive from the outside, but for the first time since her promotion, she could breathe. The choice is yours. You can keep chasing the upgrade, or you can build actual wealth. You can look rich, or you can be financially secure. Very rarely can you do both on a $100,000 salary. If this video opened your eyes to the trap you might be in, hit that subscribe button and join the Real Nomics community. We're here to give you the real talk about money that nobody else will. Drop a comment below and tell me, what upgrade are you going to reverse to start building real wealth? And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the upgrade illusion thrives in silence. The more we talk about it, the easier it becomes to resist. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.